Hello guys, welcome to my channel Civology, the study of civil engineering. Today in this video we will have a technical discussion about the types of cracks in beams and how to avoid these cracks by providing reinforcement. Okay, we will also discuss the behavior of beam under different loading conditions and different types of supports. So before we start our today's topic, if you are new to my channel, you are requested to please subscribe it and don't forget to press the bell icon to get video updates. And you are also requested to watch complete video so that you do not miss a single point which is critically important for civil engineers, that these points are must to know, okay, for civil engineers. So let's get started. First of all, if we discuss the behavior of a beam when there is simply supported beam, and here is the shear force and bending moment diagram. Now guys, shear force and bending moment diagrams are very important to know the behavior of the beam under different loading conditions and when there are different types of supports. Okay, we will discuss 2-3 examples in this video. If you want to know that how can we draw SFD and BMD, I have made a detailed video about how to draw shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. The link of that video is given in the description. Must watch that video. Okay, now let us discuss the behavior of the beam when it is subjected to UDL and point load and there is simply supported beam. Okay, a support at A and support at D. Okay, if you look at this shear force diagram, here is maximum positive shear and maximum negative shear. Okay, the point which I want to clear over here, that near the supports the shear force is maximum. Okay, as you can see over here, near the supports the shear force is maximum. Okay, and if you travel along the beam and you reach the mid span of the beam, there is a point which is called as point of zero shear. Okay, it's mean that the value of shear in the center is 0 and it is maximum near the supports. And on the same side, if you look at the bending moment, it is opposite to the shear force diagram, that bending moment is 0 near the supports and it is maximum in the midspan, the point of maximum bending. This point is called as the point of maximum bending. I have also made a detailed video that what is the importance of shear force diagram and bending moment diagram and what idea can we get from these diagrams. I will also share the link in the description. Must watch that video to clear your concepts. Okay, now if you look at this is the cantilever beam. Okay, the beam which has only one support, or you can say which is supported at one end and the other end is free. As you can see over here, this end is free. Okay, and it has only one support over here. In such type of beam, as you can see over here, the shear force is negative. Shear force is negative and bending moment is also negative. In such condition, you will have to provide the reinforcement, or you can say the longitudinal reinforcement on the top side of the beam. If you look at the section of the beam, if this is the section of the beam and this is the neutral axis, okay, top fibers experiences compression whereas bottom fibers experiences tension in the condition of simply supported beam, whereas in cantilever beam it is opposite. Okay, in cantilever beam it behaves like this: when it is subjected to loading, it will bend in this shape. Okay, it's mean that top fibers experiences tension whereas bottom fibers experiences compression. Now it is opposite to the simply supported beam. Okay, for this we provide longitudinal bars on the top side of the beam. Okay, we will provide longitudinal bars, or you can say the bending reinforcement on the top side of the beam, whereas a little reinforcement is provided on the bottom side of the beam, bottom section of the beam, to avoid compression. Okay, now if you look at this beam, this is a type of overhanging beam. Okay, as you can see over here, here is the support near A and other support is at D, and this portion is overhanging. it will behave like cantilever beam, as I discussed on the previous slide. Okay, if you look at this is again positive shear, which is maximum near the support, and as you can see over here, here is negative shear, okay, which is again maximum near the support. Okay, now if you look at this is the overhanging portion of the beam, and if you look in the bending moment diagram, here is negative moment. Okay, here is the point that if bending moment is positive, you will provide reinforcement in the bottom section of the beam. If this is the section of the beam, and in positive moment span, you will provide reinforcement in the bottom of the beam. Okay, whereas in negative moment span, you will provide reinforcement on the top side of the beam to avoid flexural cracks. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. Now, if we discuss the types of cracks in beams, there are mainly two types of cracks that can appear in beams. The first one is shear cracks, okay, which are more likely to appear near the supports, as shear force is maximum near the supports. Okay, as I have already discussed on the previous slide. Okay, as you can see over here as well, that there are shear cracks which are usually inclined in shape. Okay, these are also called as inclined crack. Okay, because these cracks appear at 45-degree angle. Okay, 45-degree angle, and these are also called as inclined cracks, which are more likely to appear near the supports. The other type of crack is flexural crack, which is due to bending, and we have also discussed that bending is maximum in the middle span of the beam. So these are the two types of cracks which are more likely to appear in the beam. Okay, for such cracks, as you can see over here, here is the detail of reinforcement. To avoid shear cracks, we provide stirrups. Okay, stirrups are provided to prevent the propagation of these cracks, or you can say these are also called as shear reinforcement. In beam, shear reinforcement is provided in the form of stirrups. Okay, or you can provide the extra bar on the top of the beam, as the shear force is maximum near the supports, as you can see over here as well. Okay, and you have also learned that the spacing between the stirrups near the support is minimum as compared to the stirrups in the middle span of the beam, because shear cracks are more likely to appear near the supports, and the spacing must be minimum near the supports between the stirrups. I hope you are getting my point. Now, if you look at over here, that the bending moment is positive over here. Okay, so you will provide the reinforcement at the bottom of the beam. Okay, and here there is negative moment. There is negative moment. For such conditions, you will provide the support at the top of the beam. If you look at this is the neutral axis of the beam. Okay, and for positive moment, you provide the longitudinal bars in the bottom side or bottom section of the beam. Okay, and similarly for negative moments, you will have to provide bent up bars, or the bars as I discussed on the previous slide, that some extra bar is provided near the supports at the length of L by 4 distance from the supports. You can provide simply bent up bars like this. Okay, to avoid shear cracks. As we know that beam and slab behaves same. Okay, and this is somewhat the bending of the slab or beam. When it is subjected to loading, it appears like this. Okay, these are the supports which are in compression under loading, and under loading the center of the beam represents this type of sagging. Now if you look at this diagram, to avoid such type of bending, you will provide reinforcement in this form. As you can see over here, this is a type of bent up bar which is provided to avoid the bending in slab or beams. Okay, as you can see over here, when there is, you can say, negative moment, or you can call this sagging. For sagging, you will have to provide reinforcement on the top portion of the beam. okay, and whereas the shear cracks are more likely to appear in this portion of the beam, so the extra bar or the stirrups with lesser spacing is provided near the span. I hope you have understand the topic. For more videos you are requested to please subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get video updates. That's all for today.